that oxidation off. All right. And the more you work, the better it's going to look. Get down here. We want to work on getting the ricotta area into this knife. We're still spreading it out a little bit. Like I said, it's still got the edge on the wrong side. Alright, it's gotten black, going back in the fire. Really want to work it up into a red orange heat. You don't want to work it down to black, almost a yellow heat. You don't want to put a whole lot of stress in the steel. Of course, this is a railroad spike, so it probably don't matter that much. Oh, I readjusted these a little bit, and they are a little bit of a pain in the butt to grab the steel with now. And the thinner you get this metal, the harder it's going to be to keep it hot. And it's gotten cold, so we're going back in the fire. Alright, I took the last heat off camera. I've just about got it where I want it. We're going to work on it just a little more, actually. Alright, what we're going to do now is take the dog face hammer, and we're going to start working on the edge of the knife. Take the dog face hammer and work right along the edge. And it's got cold again, so we're going back in the fire for another heat. While that's getting hot, the dog face hammer is a Japanese style hammer, and what it's designed to do is for on a blade like a samurai sword, which is folded steel, you're hammering inward like this. Keep the you don't forge it outward, you hammer it down and in to keep the grains of the steel compacted. I like using the dog face hammer. This came from Whiskey Turtle Forge. It's the only forging hammer that I have bought, and he makes nice hammers. So we're going to go back, we're going to work on the edge a little more, and you'll see that oxidation flake off. And keep an eye on it. You don't want to draw too much of it into the steel. You're drawing that edge out, and it's pulling the blade right around just like you want it. We're working on getting it the shape we want, working on getting our edge the shape we want it, working on getting it centered, and working on getting the final shape. Alright, I'll come right back. Alright, like I said, we're going to work on this blade just a little more. We can knock some of that scale off. It's thin enough now that the actual brush is bending the blade whenever I brush it. Alright, see how quick it got cold. The thinner your metal gets, the quicker it's going to get cold. We're going to bring it back out of the fire. We're going to get hot in a minute. I'm going to take and give the blade a little bit of a curve right there, right across the horn of the anvil. The spine looks pretty good. I may work on it a little bit to get it straight, and then I'm going to make sure it's straight, and we're going to go from there. Alright, now, like I said, I'm getting it warm. I'm going right over the horn of the anvil and take and give it just a little bit of, I'm not happy with the shape, and I'm going to have to get more heat in this area to get it the shape I want it. So we're going to take and pat down the spine just a little bit get it a little straighter. That looks pretty good. And my tongs keep opening up on me. All right, we're gonna grab another heat. Okay, since this blade is for me and it's not gonna be for sale, I'm gonna shape it the way I want it shaped. So we're gonna put a little bit of a bend in the handle, give it a little bit of an edge, a little bit of shape to it. I mean, I just like it that way. I mean, if you want to do it different, you know, your knife, you make it the way you want to make it. Just the way I'm making it, because this is the way I want to make it. If it's for a customer, you make it the way the customer wants to make it. If it's for you, you make you happy. And I like that. I like that shape. That makes me happy. So, what we're going to do, check and make sure our blade is straight. You can work it down into a black heat to try to get the imperfections out of it, but since this blade is going to be a rough finish knife, it's not going to be polished. It's just going to be hardened and put an edge on it, and like I said, it's just going to be a knife. It's going to be an art piece. And that's basically a railroad spike knife. That's what a railroad spike knife is. It's an art piece. You know, people get into art. Well, a railroad spike can't be a great knife because it don't have enough carbon. If you want a great knife, buy a great knife. A railroad spike goes on the shelf and it's something to look at. Now, how we're going to harden this is, I got my water bucket, and y'all can't see that, so let's see if we can. Sorry about that, I cut you off. And what we're going to do is we're going to get this blade up to a temperature that is, you don't want it to be too hot, you want it to be above non-magnetic. So I got a magnet. I usually use my gas forge when I'm doing hardening the knife. But today, I don't think y'all will be able to see it. But today I'm just using the cold forge since it's a plate. So you check it, and if it won't stick to a magnet, it's hot enough to harden. And we're just going to use water. This is 0.2, 0.3% carbon at the very most. You will not break this in water. You will not break this in water. Pull it out, make sure it's hard, straight, and it is fairly straight. If you need to tweak a knife after you've hardened it, you've got just a few seconds to get in the vise and tweak it, but after that, leave it alone because you're going to break it. Alright, that looks pretty good. I'm going to make sure this is cool. I'm going to go and put an edge on it, and I'll come back. Alright folks, there it is. A alligator skin twist with a skull. Is it a good knife? Probably not. Is it a great knife? Definitely not. I mean, can you shave with it? Yeah, you can shave with it. I could spend a couple more hours on this knife and get the primary bevel a little smaller, and it would be a little nicer. But like I said, this is just something to put on a shelf and look at. It's not something to hunt with. It's not something to fillet fish with. It's not anything to skin a deer with, you know, and you know, it's definitely not something you'd want to carry around with you because the balance on this thing is not bad, but it's fairly horrible. So anyway, if you like the video, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment down in the comment section. Yesterday I was wearing my Black Bear, not Black Bear, my Big Dog Forge t-shirt. So I'm going to leave a link for Tim's channel. Go over there, and I learned a lot from Tim when I first started doing a little bit of blacksmithing work. Go like his channel. He's got some really interesting ideas. A really fun do-it-yourself kind of guy. I really like his style. And like I said, stick around. We're gonna build some guitars soon. I've got a project I'm working on. Hopefully that video will come up shortly after this one. I'm gonna try to finish it tomorrow. Tomorrow's the 22nd, will be Saturday. And that's it. Like I said, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and see you next time.